reality sets in, and we're here.
Respect isn't given, it's earned in blood.
Boxing King Media. We're here with the CEO of Bare Knuckle Boxing. David, pleasure speaking to you for the first time. I just spoke to Mike Vasquez and got a bit of an insight into Bare Knuckle, the rounds, the setup, and how you guys make this work. So I've got to ask, you come from a boxing background, you worked with Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya. Why Bare Knuckle for you?
Well, it's just the most exciting sport out there right now. I always considered myself a boxing purist. I grew up on Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya. Those were heroes to me, And I had the fortune to work for Oscar for a number of years and help him shape his company. We opened up a media and entertainment company. We began telling all the stories of all the fighters. Really, it was influential in, driving Canelo and Ryan Garcia to their stardom. All in partnership with Oscar and the team over there. It was a really great run. And Oscar and I actually started looking at bare knuckle during COVID. We were looking at it and we saw some spark there. It was just at the time, I don't think either of us could kind of get over the hump of, the boxing purism that we had and the affinity for the sport that we had. But as I learned and I saw more of it, I really saw that bare knuckle fighting and bare knuckle boxing was just on the precipice. It was in that place that Dana White was in 10 years ago when he landed that deal on Spike and started telling the stories of the fighters through The Ultimate Fighter, giving people exposure to the way that the matches were put together, and really exposing them to some of the greatest fighters in the sport of MMA and through UFC. We see ourselves there right now, and we're really connecting at a super, super high level with the Gen Z audience and the millennials. They just love our sport. They clamor for our sport. The unfortunate thing that's going on in boxing right now, outside of some of the greatest stars that are still there, the Canelos and the Ryans and the USYKs, they're very dependent on stars. Bare knuckle boxing is dependent on the sport. The audiences that we're driving really love the sport. They're clamoring for the sport. The digital natives that really are our backbone of our sport, they grew up on their cell phones. So they want to see stuff fast, quick, and all of it. So that's what really drew me to it. And I love boxing, but bare knuckle boxing is it's the fastest growing sport out there.
Hopefully some of our followers who watch boxing will be intrigued by this. So just to give them a bit of an insight, how does the financial model work in bare knuckle compared to professional boxing?
It's the same model, right? So within professional boxing or in bare knuckle boxing, you're getting your revenue from three key sources: sponsors, ticket sales, and your TV license money. So where we are right now, we have 2 TV license deals where we're making money. We have sponsors where we're making money, and we're making money off of our tickets. What we need to build into our business are the mega fights. That's what we don't quite have yet. Paulie Malignaggi and Tyler Goodjohn tomorrow are a step towards those mega fights. Part of our plan going forward in the new year is to create some mega fights going into 26, doing more in 27, doing more in 28, and also accompanying all of that with a reality TV series that really exposes the fans to our fighters' stories, exposes them to the sport more, grows the popularity of the sport. And with that, our revenues are going to expand across those key categories. And we're making some serious inroads on the network side, on the studio side, and creating content. And we really look, that model is the same.
And what about in regards to the weight divisions? Is it the same as boxing, like the same weight categories?
The weight categories are different. They mirror more towards what UFC has done, where it's a bit of a heavier weight for those weight classes. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. And who is the pound for pound number one in bare knuckle boxing right now?
Right now it's LT Nelson, and that's our fighter. He is the pound for pound. It is 100, he's undefeated, and it's 100% stated on BoxRec, right? BoxRec is our new partner.
Yeah.
And what we did with partnering with BoxRec is we're standardizing the sport. We are taking all of the effort to push the sport forward and to give people the opportunity to have proper rankings that can be adhered to, you know. So LT would, you know, take fights with other organizations if they were willing to.
So like we get in boxing, say Queensberry and Matchroom, for example, will work together. So, for example, could one of your fighters fight the champion at BKFC, for example?
You know, we're not there yet in discussions, but our idea by partnering with BoxRec, those discussions could happen. You know, there would have to be a willingness on both sides, and we would love to have that. We would love to go BKB against them.
Okay. And give me a couple of boxers that you'd like to bring over to bare knuckle.
Well, interestingly enough, we've had some high-level conversations. I'm very close to Igis Klimas, who is the manager of USYK. So we've had conversations with him, and he would be one of our top targets to bring over.
Well, it's funny you should say that. I did actually ask him that a while ago. He didn't seem too keen on it. I think he likes the idea of MMA than bare knuckle.
We're having the conversation, so we'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we could see Usyk in a bare knuckle fight. Who would he fight against?
That right now, that remains to be seen. We would have to kind of get him over the hump, and if we did, then we would come up with the right opponent.
Some news outlet will take this as a story. You know, Usyk's coming to bare knuckle because nobody knows what he's doing next. And belts. So there's just one belt in every weight category. Is there like intercontinental belts as well?
It's just one belt in each category, and then we do. You know, we purchased the Police Gazette belt about a year ago, which is the oldest belt in the sport of combat sports. It goes back to John O'Sullivan and the original bare knucklers.
What's it called again?
It's the Police Gazette belt.
Police Gazette.
Yeah, so it's the BKB Championship Police Gazette belt. It's a beautiful belt, and it goes back almost 150 years.
The Ring Magazine version of bare
Yes, it is the Ring Magazine a version of bare knuckle. Yeah.
knuckle. And who's got that at the moment?
Oh, right now, LT is one of them. You know, Jamie Driver has it as one of our female fighters. So there's several fighters within each weight class that have the belt.
That's really fascinating, David. As we get to know you more and as I get to come to more events, I'm going to tap into some more information. But I think that's like a good little insight into bare knuckle boxing. And hopefully the fans can come and support you guys in Leeds this Saturday at the Planet Ice Arena. There's still some tickets left online, and come watch Paulie Malignaggi. From what I have seen, I will say I've only watched bare knuckle once ringside. And I feel like you're on the edge of your seat because every punch that's been landed, every knuckle to elbow that you see, you almost kind of grimace. So it is like it's like watching a horror movie, but you're constantly on the edge.
Yes. Oh, the whole thing is that it's visceral, right? So, you know, many people have seen true fist fights. Some have been in fist fights, and it's just the human emotion. It's the human emotion.
Which is, and like I said, people pay for that excitement, and then there's no better excitement than watching people go at it in bare knuckles. So yeah, wish you all the best Saturday night. Any final message to the fans?
Yeah, just tune in on Vice in the US and on TalkSport here in the UK, and in Latin America on Telemundo. We'd love to have you just come in and take a look at our sport. It is the fastest growing sport in all of combat sports. Bare knuckle boxing, BKB.
Big up BKB. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much.